A video of a gentleman pulling off this particular move wound up on TechPoi a few weeks ago, and at the time, I totally was just like, no way that's going to happen. And then, wonderfully enough, at Master Yong's Flow Retreat this past weekend in Los Angeles, JT Kashuba actually gave me the step-by-step on how you can accomplish this thing, which is essentially a 3-beat weave that involves a Fantastic Four. What? Exactly. So the good news is that if you already know how to perform a 3-beat Superman weave like this, and you already know how to perform an Archer weave, you already have a lot of the work done. The bad news is the rest of the work is not inconsiderable. So I'm going to try something a little bit different this week and give you guys kind of a poi-eye view of what's going on in this to see if it'll help you learn it. So let's go to that now.
Hey gang, so we're going to go ahead and start off by me just showing you the slow motion footage of beginning to get into this move and keeping it going for a few seconds. Now, one thing you're probably going to notice as I'm doing this is that even though I originally described this as being like a 3-beat weave, the left hand is actually doing 4 beats. I apologize, this didn't become obvious to me until I was in the editing process itself, but yeah, anyway, let's go to a step-by-step of how to do this with the slow motion as a guide to us. Hey gang, so if you haven't already, please check out my tutorial on how to perform the Fantastic Four, as it's going to be really important in integrating it into any weave. Now, I've gone ahead and color-coded what each different part of this move is doing. So you can see I have 2 poi in my right hand here, a thumb end and a pinky end. The thumb end is orange, the pinky end is white. The poi in my left hand is green. This will just help us keep track of everything inside the weave. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get started with a standard 3-beat Superman weave, just because the timing is actually quite similar, and I find it's a good way to set up this particular move. Now, as I'm looking to set this up, I'm going to look for this place where I have both of my hands over on my right-hand side, and I'm going to unwrap so that my left-hand poi returns to the left-hand side. This is also the part at which I'm going to initiate the Fantastic Four by bringing my thumb end down for an inner thigh bounce, while my pinky end does a waist bounce. Now, as my pinky end poi is coming around above my arm, it leaves a gap between it and the thumb end poi, wherein I can stick my left hand going above. Now, this also becomes a setup for my left hand to do its first downbeat over on the right-hand side of my body. It continues as I bring around my thumb and poi to do its beat above the hand. When that happens, I'm setting up the moment when my left hand is going to go around underneath my right hand and complete its second downbeat on the right-hand side. Now, after it's completed its second downbeat, when it gets to the position where it's up, this is now the moment when I'm going to go ahead and do both the inner thigh as well as waist bounce for the right-hand side of the Fantastic Four. As this happens, I'm waiting for this moment when the poi are just barely beginning to come out, when I'm going to go ahead and do my downbeat with my left hand back on my native side, that is the left side. You'll note this moment occurs in such a way that my arms are really twisted up, almost as if they're in a 5-beat, even though it isn't actually a 5-beat. Now, when we have the left hand poi come above, we have that lovely moment where I can transition back over to doing the downbeat on the right-hand side. So as you can see, I'm looking for the holes that occur in between each of the poi as they perform the Fantastic Four. One other thing to notice is the relationship between my left-hand poi and the lead poi within the Fantastic Four. Of course, when you're going from the right-hand side of your body to the left-hand side of your body in the Fantastic Four, it is your pinky end that is the leader. When you're going from the left side to the right side in the Fantastic Four, it's your thumb end that's the leader. Pay attention to that relationship, because in essence, you are chasing the lead poi in many respects. That is, when I'm over on the right-hand side of my body, I'm looking for the gap when the thumb end poi is about to go over, and when I'm on the left-hand side, I'm looking for the gap when the pinky end poi is about to go over. Those are the points that I want to try and insert the left hand into.
I'm not going to lie, the timing on this one is a trip and a half to pull off. You have to slow down those Fantastic Fours just slightly to make them work with the vertical poi. Overall, it really does feel quite a bit like an archer weave. You really do have to keep that vertical poi very close to your shoulder in order to keep the spacing right. But other than that, it is a a very, very, very fun challenge. So for those of you who are down for taking it up, I heartily recommend it because it gives you just one more thing in your arsenal. If you enjoyed today's little experiment in point of view poi move tutorials, as it were, go ahead and let me know in the comments section, and I might make this a regular thing. Thank you guys for watching, and have yourselves a good week. Peace.
Hi, thanks so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Doing so will help other people find my content, and it lets me know that I'm creating videos that are worth seeing. Also, check out my website at drexfactor.com. There, you can purchase sets of poi like the ones I use in my videos, and get access to a great range of written inspirational content, plus which you can subscribe to my videos there in the form of a podcast. Finally, if you go to flowtoys.com, you can enter in my special promo code and get a small discount on your order. Doing these things helps support me in my flow journey, and it means that I can make more videos for you guys. So, thank you in advance for your support.